Hello, my channel mammals and my strangers from wherever you are. I'm going to read the lesson today from this week. It's Bible stories and so forth. I'm not telling all the stories that are in this week's lesson, but just a few. We're going to read the Golden Text and the second, third, and sixth sections today. The title of the lesson is Mortals and Immortals. And you can read the whole lesson if you go into the description and look up mortals and immortals, and there it will be, every word of the lesson, for you to have on your phone or your computer or singing to you in your hearts. Okay, so the golden text is from Romans. To set the mind on the flesh is death, but to set the mind on the Spirit is life and peace. Section 2, the Bible, in Ecclesiastes. Lo, this only have I found, that God hath made man upright, but they have sought out many inventions. Galatians. For it as a man thinketh himself to be something, when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. And from Romans, the carnal mind is enmity against God, for it is not subject to this law of God, neither indeed can be. And from Science and Health, with Key to the Scriptures by Mary Baker Eddy, the correlative passages are, the apostle says, for if a man thinketh himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself. The thought of human material nothingness, which science inculcates, enrages the carnal mind, and is the main cause of the carnal mind's antagonism. Is it not well to eliminate from so-called mortal mind that which, so long as it remains in mortal mind, will show itself in forms of sin, sickness, and death? If mortals would keep proper ward over mortal mind, the brood of evils which infest it would be cleared out. In section 3 in the Bible, it says in Isaiah, thou wilt keep him in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on thee, because he trusteth in thee. Trust ye in the Lord forever. In Matthew. And Jesus went about all the cities and villages, teaching in their synagogues and preaching the gospel of the kingdom and healing every sickness and every disease among the people. In John, it says, and a great multitude followed him, because they saw his miracles which he did on them that were diseased. Then said they unto him, what shall we do, that we might work the works of God? Jesus answered and said unto them, this is the work of God, that ye believe on him whom he hath sent. It is the Spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit, and they are life. In Mark, he expounded all things to his disciples, and when they had sent away the multitude, they took him, even as he was on the ship, and there were also with him other little ships. What a parade, right? And there arose a great storm of a wind, and the waves beat into the ship, so that it was now full. And he was in the hinder part of the ship, asleep on a pillow, and they awake him, and they say unto him, Master, carest thou not that we perish? And he arose and rebuked the wind, and said to the sea, Peace, be still. And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm. in Science and Health. The divine origin of Jesus gave him more than human power to expound the facts of creation and demonstrate the one mind which makes and governs man and the universe. Truth, and not corporeal will, is the divine power which says to disease, "Peace, be still." I think this is the next thing. I copied things twice here a bit, so, oh yes, okay. Peace be still. Let's see, there we are. The waters will be pacified, and Christ will command the wave. Truth destroys mortality and brings to light immortality. There should be painless progress, attended by life and peace, instead of discord and death. Like the great exemplar, the healer should speak to disease as one having authority over it, leaving soul to master the false evidences of the corporeal senses and to assert its claims over mortality and disease. The same principle cures both sin and sickness. When divine science overcomes faith in a carnal mind, and faith in God destroys all faith in sin and in material methods of healing, then sin, disease, and death will disappear. The calm and exalted thought or spiritual apprehension is at peace. And the sixth section, Psalms. Many, O Lord my God, are thy wonderful works which thou hast done, and thy thoughts which are to us word. They cannot be reckoned up in order unto thee. If I declare and speak of them, they're more than can be numbered. How precious also are thy thoughts unto me, O God. How great is the sum of them. Thou wilt show me the path of life. In thy presence is fullness of joy. In thy right hand there are pleasures forevermore. And in Science and Health, advancing to a higher plane of action, thought rises from the material sense to the spiritual, from the scholastic to the inspirational, and from the mortal to the immortal. Thank you for joining me. That was so much fun. I even got more out of it this time, and I've got a few more days to study it. We'll meet again next week.